episode. So let's talk about the Comfort Zone Challenge. I want to first start off by telling you a story that I heard at Hustle and Grind Con when I was just there last week. And it was quite amazing. It was by a gentleman by the name of Glenn Lundy. And we started talking about comfort zones. And he was talking about how his granddad was about to pass. And before he passed, he wanted a couple of things to happen. I mean, he was literally on his deathbed. And he said he wanted to hear his favorite joke. So I think he had his son come over to the bed and tell him his favorite joke. And he kind of got a chuckle out of it. And then he said, I want to have my wife by my side. So he waited and waited for his wife to come by his side, gave him a kiss. And then there was this sense of calm, this sense of peace. And then he went ahead and passed right there on the spot. And what Glenn said he noticed was his dad seemed most comfortable right when he was about to die. And so he urged everybody to just really think about this for a second. People are most comfortable when they're ready to die. And the last time I checked, none of us wants to die. Like seriously, so why are we becoming so comfortable when we're not ready to die? There are a lot of people who live in this comfort bubble of constantly doing things that they feel just okay with. They're afraid to try different things. They're afraid to experience crazy things. You tell them to do something, they say, I'm not doing that. That's crazy. Well, let me tell you guys, everybody thinks I'm crazy because I used to jump out of planes in the military, and then I also went skydiving after I got out of the military. And I tell people all the time, I'm going to keep this PG-13, but guys, let me tell you, when I jumped out of the plane, it was the next best thing to, you can insert the blank there, put whatever you want to. This is your life. I live my life. There's no judgment zone, okay? But it was the most amazing thing ever. Like if you guys follow Will Smith, I mean, he's an amazing example too. For his 50-something birthday, he just bungee jumped over the Grand Canyon out of a helicopter. And you guys should have seen his face. I mean, the most scariest thing, he was right on the edge of danger and death, and he just went all in and was like, whoa, this was the most amazing thing I had ever done in my entire life. But just like I'll tell you guys the same advice I took a long time ago, nothing amazing happens inside your comfort zone. If you live life day to day, just doing your normal routine, and you don't challenge yourself and you don't push yourself, nothing amazing is gonna happen. And the crazy part is everybody wants to do something amazing. Like, nobody wants to be mediocre. Nobody wants to be average. People want to do amazing things, yet there's this big barrier, this big wall all around you that's preventing you from taking that next big step and getting on that ledge and doing something amazing. So I encourage all of you, get outside of your bubble, try something different. You just might end up liking it. You just might end up loving it. Here's the deal, guys. I had this conversation with Sandy last night. Thanks for watching live. And we had a conversation about, she said, well, Marcus, I watch your videos and you do an amazing job, and I think you're doing really good and you're inspiring people. But I noticed when I watch the videos, you're like always looking off to the side and reading your notes and stuff like that. I said, yeah, I do. I'm doing it right now. I got notes right here, guys. I don't want to mess my camera up, but I got notes right here. And I look at them often, and I read my notes, and I read them word for word. Because guess what, guys? I told you, I'm still figuring this out, and I'm not perfect. The majority of people who do a Facebook Live and they talk for more than 10 minutes, I guarantee you they're reading from notes. They either have them right here or this isn't jabs at anybody. I want to make this very clear for those of you who are watching that do Facebook Live. They try to hide it sometime. They either put on sunglasses, or Danelle Delgado says she kind of drinks from a cup and kind of looks over or looks down at her nose. Here's the deal, guys. I'm not perfect. And I told you guys, I'm living my best life and I'm doing what I love, and I'm figuring it out as the time goes. So yeah, I got this, my computer screen. You see the glow on my hands? These are all notes right here, guys. I don't have it all figured out. I don't have it all memorized. I just started doing this last week. And who knows, maybe I'll never figure it out. But it came from this thing called a comfort zone that I want to tell you guys about. So again, I went to school for radio, TV, but I used to critique and criticize myself for the longest time. I was one of those people who I consider myself to have a face for radio. Like, I was like, how can I be 20, 25, 30 years old and like still have acne on my face, whatever? Let me just stick to like my voice or something like that. And so like, when I was going to school, I was like, I'm gonna gear towards the side of radio and not the TV side, so people don't have to see me. Maybe they can hear me and get what they need from me, but I'll just stick to the radio side. So when I did this show, I kind of wanted it to be kind of like a look behind the scenes kind of deal, because one of my favorite radio hosts, he does a segment every single day, and I listened to him for years and years and years, and he's just talking and talking and talking. And lo and behold, they started filming it and putting it on YouTube. I found out he was reading the entire time. I thought he was just going and going and going, but no, he was actually reading the entire time. So if y'all don't mind, I'm going to do a little bit of reading, but it's going to be kind of cool because I got some good information and I want you guys to check this out here. So here's the deal. We are not ready to die. So I urge you to get outside your comfort zone, because that's when you're most comfortable, is just when you're just ready to just let everything go. Some people get to a certain level and they feel like they've made it, and that's where they get the comfort zone and relax. Let me give you an example of when I made a goal, the biggest goal that I ever accomplished, which was building a house. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I grew up on the south side of Chicago. Poverty, welfare, drugs, gangs, all that kind of stuff. That's what I grew up in. But I decided that I wasn't going to be a product of my environment and that I was going to make something of myself. So I started making goals. And these little short-term goals led up to this big-term goal. And fast forward some time, I ended up saying, hey, I want to build a house. I think that'll be like so cool. So I put the plan of action in and I attacked it. And next thing you know, I built the house. And I remember it was like a big weight lifted off my shoulder. I finally moved in the house. I got all my stuff in. I sat on the couch. And I can remember it like it was yesterday. I kicked my feet up on the couch. I opened up my goal notes on my phone and I scratched it off. I said, boom, I built the house. And that was the last goal that I had. It was the biggest one that I had at the time. And I said, gosh, I did it. And I relaxed. And I said, well, it's time to make some more goals. And that's exactly what I did. I said, okay, now that I accomplished this, I got to do something bigger. Like it felt so good to be able to have all these little bitty goals and that I worked so hard for. And it finally got to the big one. And I finally crossed it off. And I said, man, what do I do from here? And I said, well, I got to do something bigger. I got to do something bigger than building a house. I got to do something bigger than getting out of the hood. What can I do? And then I made the challenge, guys. I challenged myself. I remember this moment like it was, I remember it like it was yesterday. This is what I did, guys. Here's the deal. We try to stay in our business away from politics and religion and stuff like that. And I don't want to dive deep into that, but I'll tell you, I got to tell you because it's a part of my story and it's a significant part of my life. This is what happened. I remember I was in my new house and I was watching the verdict of the George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin case. And I'm watching it live and I'm recording it and I'm like, man, let's see what's gonna happen. And so they announced your boy George Zimmerman not guilty, and I was on Facebook and I just saw all these comments start coming through the feed. You know, the only thing that I saw, guys, was a bunch of racism. I saw a bunch of white people saying negative things about black people. I saw a bunch of black people saying a whole bunch of negative things about white people. I just saw negativity after negativity after negativity after negativity. And what I literally saw in front of my eyes was the world crumbling. I literally saw it falling to pieces. I was watching the biggest separation and the biggest divide that I have ever seen in my entire life. And I said, I can't do this. I can't just sit back and watch this. I got to change this somehow. There's so much negativity going on. I got to figure out a way to sprinkle some positivity in this somehow. There's got to be something I could do. So right then on the spot, I created this group called Positive Change, and I put a Facebook status out there saying, anybody that wants to like better their life or become better or just spread more positivity in the world, let's get into a group, let's form together, and let's counter this. Let's figure out a way to balance this thing out because there's so much negativity and hatred. Like, if I was to post a status in that comment, most people would judge me because I was black and they probably say something negative. And I'm like, you don't even know me, dude. If you got a chance to know me, we just might hang out. We might have a drink together. We might become BFFs. There might be some bromance going on. Like, you got to get to know me. Don't judge me because of this. Like, I'm a pretty dope person. Hit the like and the love button if you think I'm a pretty dope person. I think I'm a pretty dope person. I don't live for other people, but I think I'm a pretty dope person. I think y'all dope too for waking up and rising and grinding with me at 6:30 in the morning. But that was it, guys. I challenged myself. I said, I am going to change this world for the positive and the better, and I have to do it. I said, that's it. That's the goal. That's it. I can't live for my own personal goals anymore. I gotta live for everybody else. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than a house. It's bigger than what I have going on in my little comfortable comfort zone bubble. It's bigger than that. We're talking about the world. How can you get bigger than the world? Your man Iman, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't know if it's Iman or whatever. The Tesla guy that wants to go to Mars and establish a colony and start civilization on Mars. That man is forward thinking. So I was forward thinking, guys. I wanted to change the world. A kid from the south side of Chicago wanted to change the world for the better. What are the odds of that? I am not a product of my environment. I am not a statistic. I am not all the BS that you see on TV, all the negative stigmas that's associated with the south side of Chicago. That is not me, guys. I don't refuse to settle. I don't give up. Because my why is so powerful, because my why is bigger than me. My why is bigger than my comfort zone. Come on, man. Tap that like button and that love button if you feel me this morning. I know it's 6:30. Get up. Get up. Let's go. It's bigger than that, guys. I want to change the world, and it starts for each and every one of you. You got to share this message if you're feeling me, guys. They need it out there. There's still so much negativity. There's still miles to go. But I'm here every day rising and grinding because I'm here to make it happen, and I need you guys to help make it happen with me. It all starts with one person. What do they say? It all starts with a mustard seed. It all starts with a seed. And then you put a little bit of water on it. And then put a little sun on it. And next thing you know, it starts sprouting through the ground. And next thing you know, you give it some time, it's full blown into something big and amazing. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So I have a challenge for all of you guys right here. Listen up. Every single one of you that's rising and grinding with me today, I have a challenge for you. Everybody's doing all these challenges on Facebook, the Kiki, do you love me, and all these challenges, the ice bucket challenge, and the how you do that little, y'all be trying to do this little dance too. I mean, I try to do it too, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Hit the like button if y'all doing that. What is the floss? I don't like y'all. Some of y'all lying. Y'all know y'all be doing that. Y'all know y'all be doing that dance. But here's my challenge to you guys. Here it is. Number one, I challenge you to love yourself right now in this very moment. Some of us may say we love ourselves, but we don't love ourselves. We put all this makeup on to cover up what we do. We go buy Invisalign because we want to straighten our teeth. Here's the deal, guys. I got a crooked smile, and I smile because I love my smile, and I ain't changing it. I ain't going to get no Invisalign. I'm going to live with my crooked smile right there because I'm awesome, and I'm more than my crooked smile. I'm more than the razor bumps. I'm more than that. I'm amazing. And you are too. So learn to start loving yourself. I challenge you to love yourself. I know it may be hard. You look at yourself and you pick yourself apart every single day. You look at all your flaws. You only see the bad stuff. You don't see the good stuff. Well, there's a bunch of people around you that think that you're flat out amazing. And it's time for you to start seeing it yourself because you are amazing. Start noticing it. Stop beating yourself up so much. You may just get a little bit further in life. So step number one, my first challenge is for you to start loving yourself right now in this very instant. Accept yourself, flaws and all. You know what they say, the imperfections is what make you perfect? We're all unique. We are unique in our own individual way. Be the best you, live your best life relentlessly and care less what everybody else has to think because you are awesome if nobody else told you so. Number two, I challenge you to see things from other people's perspective. This is crucial, guys. Listen, most of our problems today come from either lack of communication or miscommunication. How many times have you heard somebody finally have a conversation with somebody and go, oh, well, I thought this, or oh, I thought that. It was miscommunication. You didn't understand that person's perspective because you never took the time to try to understand that person's perspective. Because they're a Democrat and you're a Republican, or you're a Republican and they're a Democrat, or you're black and they're white, and you believe you've achieved a certain level of success and they're not successful. Start trying to understand other people's perspective. Figure out what caused them to think that way. Have a better understanding of them as a human being and stop looking at their affiliation or their race or their sex or their gender and start figuring out what prompts people to live or think the way that they do. You just may find you got some stuff in common. I'm living proof of it, guys. I've made a lot of friends who I've never thought that I would make friends with. There's some people who fly the Confederate flag that I've had conversations with, and we're cool now. They're like, oh, I didn't look at it that way. I didn't see it that way. With this whole, this bending of the knee and stuff like that, you know what I mean? You love it or you hate it. Have a conversation with somebody before you start spewing that negativity out there. Talk it out. Respectfully. Don't go into it trying to defend your stance. Well, this is why I think it should be like that, and that's just stupid. Anything else than the way I think is just absolutely ridiculous. No. Hey, bro, I see that you take a different perspective. What makes you think that this is cool? Okay, wow, dang, I never even looked at it from that point of view. We all have different backgrounds. We all came up in different kind of ways. We all had our own struggles. We all live different lives. And it's our job and our duty to try to understand each other, where we come from and why we think the way we do, because you may find out you got a lot of stuff in common. And the last one, number three. Last one, number three, guys. Again, I told you I got notes right here. They're right here. Being myself, living my truth. I challenge you to live a better life for other people. If you have a significant other, if you have kids, if you want to inspire somebody, don't be so self-centered. I'm not saying take away from your own personal goals or what you have going on in your life or what you want to accomplish. That's very important. You have to live your best life. But sprinkle a little bit of somebody else in there. That's what I encourage you to do. Sprinkle a little bit of somebody else in there. What can I do to make somebody else happier? What can I do to make my kids happier? What can I do to make my significant other happier? I've recently stumbled across as I got into this new house, and I noticed my tone changed a little bit and I don't seem too happy. I'm gonna just let y'all know a little secret here. I stumbled across this thing that a lot of people are familiar with. It's called the honey-do list. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. I know some of you women gonna judge me on this, but this is a no judgment zone on the Daily Dose. The honey-do list, don't like it. However, it makes my significant other happy, so I gotta do it, even when I'm tired. I told her the other day, I said, I need a break from this honey-do list. There's a lot of stuff that I got going on. So I woke up a little bit earlier and I go to sleep a little bit later because I gotta accomplish honey-do list because I'm trying to live for other people. I'm trying to make other people happy. Because when other people are happy, then that inspires somebody else to be happy, which inspires somebody else to be happy, and we can all make this place a better place. So here's the deal, guys. My challenge to you. Number one, again, I want you to love yourself. Number two, I want you to start seeing things from other people's perspective. And number three, I want you to start sprinkling a little bit of somebody else inside your life. If you do that, I think we'll all make progress towards living a better life, a happier life, and just an abundance of joy when you start doing that. I don't want my live show to be long and drawn out. I know you guys got to wake up and shower and brush your teeth and stuff. Guess what? I'm about to brag for a second. Here's the deal, guys. It is 6:49. I have woke up. I have said my prayer. I have worked out already. I've already eaten breakfast, and it is 6:49 in the morning. Hopefully that inspires you guys to do something great. And I didn't hit the snooze button. So here's the deal, guys. Again, my name is Marcus Stone. I'm the host of the Daily Dose. If you're watching this, share. Somebody needs their inspiration, their positivity, their motivation. Thank you so much for tuning in with me this morning, because I am here to change the world and make it smile and change people's lives. Y'all have an amazing Tuesday.